Hi, this is Anne Latour, and I am with Advocates of Heaven. And this video is to give you a brief rundown of what our group soul deliverance consists of. So, if you want to find out what is soul fragmentation and why do I need group soul deliverance, then I suggest you go check out my other videos. But if you want to know, like, hey, what is the group soul deliverance going to be? What am I going to be doing? What is it? Is Anne just going to be casting out a bunch of demons and just going to be some mass deliverance? No, not necessarily. So, what we do in the group soul deliverance is we, in a very safe place, we talk to our soul fragments. So, we get to that place, we find out what is it. The best way I can explain it is let's just say you're going there, you're going to join us in our group soul deliverance um, because you have cravings at midnight to eat a bunch of Oreo cookies. And I can say that because I've had weird cravings at certain times that I had to deliver myself of. So let's just say you're like, you know what, I'm going to join the group soul deliverance because I have these weird cravings at midnight for Oreos. So I'm going to use that as an example. So what happens is you're going to join the group and everybody is going to be online, and it is everybody has to be on video. That's always a rule at Advocates of Heaven if you're going to join a group session. And what we do is we call forward those soul fragments in a very safe place. There's actually a process we go through with that. We test the spirits. We even test Holy Spirit. It says in 1 John 4:1 to test all spirits. And a lot of people try to say, well, a soul fragment, a soul is not a spirit. Well, everything's still in the spiritual realm. So we still have to test it just like we would a spirit. So even our human spirit or other people's human spirits, the soul will still look like it will look like us. It might look like us as a child. It's still spiritual being, which means we still need to test it first. I think it's 1 John 4:1 to test all spirits. So we get to that safe place where we test our spirit, we test the soul, and then we create realms, safe realms where we can talk to these soul fragments and find out what is it that's causing me to eat Oreos at midnight? What is it that I'm afraid of? What's the basis of that? So we get the basis of the lies. Like it could be my soul fragments, like, well, if you don't eat the Oreos, then you're not going to sleep well. It might be, it might be something like that. And of course, that's a lie that unfortunately my programming within me, my subconscious mind believes. So until I process that, I will never really understand why is it that I feel like I need to eat Oreos at midnight before I go to bed, because there is a processing that happens. There's a lie that we've been subconsciously believing that we need to replace with the truth. So that's what happens in the group soul deliverance. There's a series of questions. Sometimes I add questions in depending on Holy Spirit leading me. It could be particular for that person that is in that session. The Lord wants me to ask so that they ask their soul fragments. You do all of this on your own. You journal it because I do believe something happens between the left and the right hemisphere of our brain for healing as we process the lie with the truth. And King Jesus is the one with the truth. It's not me. It's King Jesus that will say, hey, here's the truth to it. You don't need Oreos at midnight before you go to bed. That I am your comforter. Holy Spirit is your comforter. You don't need comforting by Oreos at midnight. So he replaces the truth. And then all I do is I lead you through that. And then I have a deliverance that I do afterwards. We take that to the throne and we say, Lord, here's all the lies. Here's all the truths, deprogram us. And then we have a particular way that we do that here at Advocates of Heaven. You're going to know as you join the session how that goes, how it is so much different than other ministries. It's just something the Lord, was a download that he gave to us that has been super effective and it's been powerful. And that's why I ended up writing that soul deliverance course so people could do this on their own. They can even help their children and their family members with that. But I thank you for looking at the group soul deliverance. Like I have said in other videos, it is important for us to deliver the soul fragment within us that is holding on to the lies and holding on to the legal rights, because that soul fragment has the soul fragments have its own mind, will, and emotion. So until those soul fragments go and are removed, the demons can come back. Hence, a lot of people still deal with patterns and cycles. It's not a pattern and cycle, it's just that now the demon's coming back. It left for a little bit. That's that whole, right? So, the demon will go get more friends and come back. That's what's happening, and we need to remove that legal right, shut that door forever, remove the soul fragments that are holding on to the lies, and replace it with the truth that we have all dominion, all power, and authority in King Jesus. So I just bless you with this information. I pray that you'll be joining us on a group soul deliverance. It is super powerful. We get massive testimonies from it. So I encourage you to please join us. Please reach out and email me. I'll put the email down in the comments or down below so you can see how to email us. Our website's advocatesofheaven.com. Under our events is where you go to sign up for the group soul deliverance. We have many different times and opportunities to be able to help everybody from around the world to be able to join us. And it's amazing. God is bringing together an amazing community from all around the world to do this. And we are seeing massive breakthrough through the testimonies. You always wonder, right? When you go to deliverance conferences and things like, oh, did they really get set free? Did they get their healing? Did it come back? And things like that. So we know for a fact it doesn't come back because that soul fragment's gone. All the legal rights are gone. It's been done effectively and efficiently. And I'm not saying that the Lord has grace and mercy in other ways and other forms of deliverance, because he certainly does. But this is powerful. Please join us. Again, reach out to us with any questions or comments. Please follow us. Please share this. More people need to know about the deliverance of the soul. And God bless you. And I love you, and hope to see you in a group soul deliverance session soon.